Welcome to another episode of Creating with Kristina. I'm Kristina Reese. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this little item. It's called a hot chocolate pocket. It's basically just a card to stick a hot chocolate packet and maybe a candy cane in there. This is a great item if you need to make a lot of gifts, or if you're into craft fairs. It is a great craft fair item. It sells really well. In the video, I'm going to share with you not only how to make it, but I'm going to share with you all of the items that I use to make it. And if you are into December Daily, I want you to stay tuned. I've got a really neat item that you're gonna want to stay tuned for. Anyways, thank you for watching, and let's get to it. Okay, let's get started. First of all, I need a card base, and so I'm using Cherry Cobbler. This is 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. All right, we're also going to have the circles, and this is just from the layered circles. It's the black, this is scallop, and I did that in black, and then I used the stitched framelits, the circle here, and they just barely nestle on top of each other. It just gives you a hint of black peeking out, but that's just enough to kind of define the circle a little better on this dark paper. All right. So first of all, we are going to put our sentiment on there. Now, we're going to do white heat emboss. So I need my heat emboss equipment here, and I have a embossing buddy to keep the static off of my paper. Versamark ink, it's like a clear sticky ink, great for the powder to adhere to. And I've got the white embossing powder detail, and then I have a coffee filter to catch the extra powder. All right, the stamp I'm using is from our brand new Timeless Tidings. This is from the 2018 holiday catalog, which is now available. You can get these stamp sets. So if you're looking for a Christmas stamp set, this one is great. Of course, it's got the Merry Christmas, but it's also got the New Year, and then it's got some inside sentiments. May the warmth of Christmas fill each corner of your home, sending good tidings of comfort and joy, hoping beautiful moments and happy memories surround you at this time of year. And then these beautiful pencil sketch poinsettia, holly leaf, and pine tree. This is just a great, oh, and it also has these little dots up here too, a little border. So really great stamp set if you're looking for a Christmas stamp set with sentiments. And you can get this in my shop along with all the rest of these supplies. The link to my shop is in the comments below. Okay, let's get started. So before we do any embossing, let's get out our buddy. And all this does is prevent, it just kind of gets static off of there, and it helps the powder that doesn't stick to the Versamark not stick to the cardstock. So it's excellent. You really want it, whoops, you really want to do that before you heat emboss. All right, and we just do our Versamark ink here. And now remember, we're going to be folding this at an angle here so the hot cocoa peeks out. So I want my sentiment to be a little further over, and I want to line that up best I can. Just down and up. All right. And also, when you are cleaning your stamps with Versamark or with StazOn, which we'll be doing in a minute, this is the Stampin' Scrub, and it's excellent because it has a solvent cleaner that will get the StazOn ink off and the Versamark ink off. Unlike the chamois, which is just water, water won't clean those things off. All right, so I'm just going to clean that stamp off real quick. There we go. Okay, now that we've got this stamped, we want to put powder all over it. And also you want to close your Versamark because you don't want any loose powder to get in there. Okay, where is my powder? Here it is. Okay. And I just liberally throw it on there because I'm going to be putting the excess back in my bottle. And see how it didn't... Okay, and I'm just going to blow on it to get all the extra fine powder off of there. Good. And then put this extra back in here. Now, when you're making these for a craft fair, you would do an assembly line order. So you'd stamp them all at once and heat emboss them all at once. But we're just making one for this demonstration. So I'm going to put all this back. Don't need this anymore. And we take our heat tool. Now when you're using the heat tool, it's good to have it warmed up first so you don't warp the paper so bad. I've been using mine for a minute, so it's already warmed up, but that's just a little tip. And you just wait until the white powder starts to melt and turn shiny. And there it goes. And once it starts, it doesn't take long to get it finished. Okay. And we're going to let that cool for a sec before I do our next step. Our next step is we're going to fold that line so we know how much room down here we have to decorate. And all I do is I'm using the score line as a guide, and I am just going to kind of eyeball it and give myself about an inch, and I want to stay parallel best I can. Okay. And just fold it. Okay. Take a bone folder to get a crisp. Ooh, I barely made that. All right, so be careful when you're doing that, not to get your saying in the fold. Okay. So now we've got it to where our hot cocoa will poke out. Okay. Next is our background strip here, and any designer paper will work, but I wanted to show you the new cards pack that we've got for Christmas at Santa's Workshop. For those of you who do pocket scrapbooking, either in the 12 by 12 or the 8 by 6 or 6 by 8, these are so awesome. But what I like about them is that they have just designer paper. So you can use, and that's what we're using here, is this little pine tree one. But they come with little sentiments, journaling cards, and all these are the 3 by 4 size. It also comes with the 4 by 6 kind, and it also has designer paper, but journaling spots too. And it also has this. What's so fun about this pack is this has the glitter. So they're little hats, the snowflakes, the stripes, polka dots, the ho ho ho, all that has glitter on it. So that's fun. And then the last thing that's great about this card pack, especially if you do December Daily, is it has 1 through 31 little tags, so you can label all your days in your December Daily. For you guys who do not know what December Daily is, just Google Allie Edwards December Daily. Oh my gosh, you will be overwhelmed, and it is an awesome thing. All right, and so it comes with all these other, and then these stickers also have glitter on them, so that's pretty cool. All right, so this is a really awesome pack, and it's called Santa's Workshop. It's only $10. It is an amazing deal. You get all of these cards, everything. And we are using, like I said, the little tree for our card here. Now I want to show you that, of course, obviously 3 inches is not going to go all the way across. But I'm got the circle here, so I don't need that strip back behind the circle. So I can just cut it in half, and then voila, it goes all the way across. So that's a fun thing. One more thing is my grid paper is going to help me line these up so that they are straight across, and I don't have like one higher than the other. So I'm just lining my card up on one of the vertical lines there. Oh, and then I want my black line, my dark black line, where I want my strip to be. So right there. Okay. And then just use a little adhesive. Okay, kind of moved a little bit on me. No biggie. And I just put that one there. Whoops. Don't stick it down too hard first, just in case it tilts when you're putting the other one on. Okay. Okay, there. Yay, now it's straight across. So I love this grid paper for that. And of course we sell this in the shop too. Now, for the circles, I've already cut these out so that to save time. And like I said, this is just our layering circle, scallop, and our stitched framelit circle. And we're just gonna layer those together. And then we're going to just put it on here. Whoops. Ah, come here. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. Now that part's all done, now it's time to make our little snowman. So we're just going to move this to the side. Actually, to allow this glue to dry, because you really need to use a liquid glue to keep these together. Go ahead and do that. And I like to use the silicone mat, and I'd go ahead and put some glue there too to hold this down just in case the glue squishes out, which that's okay if it does. Oh, well, look at that. I didn't quite fold that perfect. That's all right. No biggie. But I'm wondering if, yeah, I'm not getting enough glue there. Okay. Yay. All right, now let's let that sit over there while it dries and make our snowman. Okay, our snowman is from this cute little pack called Seasonal Chums, and this is in our annual catalog. It's carried over. These are the most precious little tags. So you have a little snowman and pumpkin and little cute reindeer and cute little sayings. And when you use the framelits and you cut them out, you get, oops, upside down. You get a tag, and it has a little hole there to loop your ribbon through, your string through, to tie it onto your package. So this is such a fun set. So we're using the snowman from this and the framelits, and it also comes with these two cute snowflakes. We're going to use those. And here is our white cardstock. Also, I don't need the whole entire stamp for the snowman. I only need the decorative part, so I'm not going to stamp the whole thing. I'm just going to turn it sideways, and then this extra can just go over onto scratch paper. All right, so let's do that. And of course we need StazOn, and the reason we're using StazOn is we are going to use the watercolor pencils to color, and water and StazOn do not mix. So when you use the StazOn, it won't bleed when you're using watercolor or water-based inks with it. And so very important that you always have a StazOn if you mess with watercolors. Okay. Like I said, I don't need ink on the other piece, so I just have this scratch paper here to catch any extra ink. Whoa, perfect. Sorry about that. And like I said, this Stampin' Scrub is awesome for cleaning off StazOn. So we just, and whoops, dried out. That's the other thing. It does dry out if you don't use it very much. Okay. And voila, all clean. Cool, huh? So that's my Stampin' Scrub. I am coloring my snowman with cherry cobbler, orange for his nose, pumpkin pie for his nose, garden green. It's the green that matches the green in this paper here. Brown for my little rabbit, gray for some shadowing, and black for his little hat. All right, so let's quickly get this colored. All right, I know I sped up the film so you didn't have to sit here and watch me color. Let me quickly point out how all my colors. So like I said, this is basic black on his hat, cherry cobbler for the berries, the band, and his scarf, pumpkin pie for the nose, garden green for the leaves, gray, basic gray for his shadows, and brown for the little bunny. And I left the little bunny's tail white because he's a little cottontail. Now, this is called a blender pen, and I love this tool. You can use these watercolor pencils. You can use an aqua marker, or you can use the blender pen, or you can just leave it just regular color pencil the way you just leave it that way. But the reason why I love this is it like turns the watercolor into paint. It is so cool. And I want my scratch paper. Okay, so I'm going to start with my red. Oh, I just saw something I missed up there on his hat. He's got another berry up there. There we go. All right, whoops, yeah. So we're going to do the red, and I know you can't see it right now, but when I watch this scarf, is that the coolest thing or what? It just, I love this. Matter of fact, let me show you up a little closer. So can you see? So this part is still color pencil. This is the blender pen, and it just like melts it all and paints it. It's pretty cool. Also though, when you're finished with one color, you want to make sure you get all the color off of your blender pen before you start another color, because you don't want to contaminate the colors. You don't want them to cross over and bleed together. So let me show you what I mean by that. Finish this mitten real quick. All right, so see how there it is. And you just keep coloring until it's clear again. And there it's clear. Okay. And do his little nose. And color that off. And do the little bunny. Now there's a trick to shadowing. This little bunny would be darker next to the snowman. So I'm just going to take my blender pen and get a little of the brown, a little more brown on there, make it a little darker. And then I'm just going to come in where it would be kind of shadowed on his bottom and the side there, around his little face. Okay, it's kind of hard to tell on something so little, but all right, let's do the leaves. And the black hat. Okay. And finally, I have put this little bit of gray here under the hat, because there would be a little shadow there, and under the scarf. And also where the snowballs kind of come together. And okay, so that just, you know, gives them a little more dimension. One final thing before we finish, now that we finish coloring him, Winkastella, so much fun. Let's make this snow glittery. And Winkastella is water-based, so it will pick up the watercolor pencil, so you want to be careful with that. I really love Winkastella just for that little extra fun element to your card. Yay, all sparkly. Let's take this to the big shot and cut it out. I'm also going to be cutting out a large snowflake and two of the small ones. So let's do that. Okay, so we are finished cutting out our snowman, and if you'll see this little bit of the tag, we don't need it, so we're just going to use our snips and cut that off. There we go. And our snowflakes, these are little bitty, so they kind of stick inside the framelit, so we use a piercer, paper piercer, to poke it out. And this is our new tool. This is also in the holiday catalog. This is called the pickup tool, and it is pretty awesome. So there we go. Just poke that out. This tool has all kinds of things on it. If you haven't seen this tool, first of all, it has the piercer on one side and it locks in there, but you pull it out and it's got a spatula on that side, so that's pretty cool. Then this side has this tacky stuff, and it is for picking up sequins, other little things that are hard to pick up, and that's why it's called the Pick Me Up tool. Pretty cool. All right, so put that there. Oh, I forgot the snowflake. And I poked out, and I cut two of these out, so I have 3 snowflakes. Design tip: when putting on elements on your card, you want to do it in odd numbers. So 3s, 5s, 7s. It's just more pleasing to the eye. I don't know why, but it is. Okay. And let me get all this out of the way. Bring our card back. So we have our cute little snowman, and he's all glittery. Can you see that? We're going to use Stampin' Dimensionals to attach him. And quickly do that. Whoops. Okay. And I'm just centering him on here. And our snowflakes. Oh, I almost forgot. I wanted to put Wink of Stella on them also. So where'd my scratch paper go? There it is. Just put these here. And my Wink of Stella pen. And we'll just quickly paint that on there. Ooh, lots of glitter. All right, that's pretty. Our larger snowflake. Now I did kind of get too close to the edge there. That's all right. I'm going to put this snowflake right there. Now I'm using my mini dimensionals this time. And that actually fits perfect inside that larger snowflake. Okay. And right there on the side. Oops, I meant to get him a little further over, but that's okay. And then this little snowflake and this one. These are littler than this dot, but that's okay. They'll just look like a part of the snowflake when you bring it down on your paper. I'll show you what I mean just a sec. So even though you can see the dimensional, it's okay because it just like blends in with the rest of the snowflakes. Okay, let's put him. Actually, let's pull them up here. There we go. But if you don't like it showing, you can put some bling there. You could put a little rhinestone or a pearl there. That would be really cute. All right, and then this one down here. And now I've got my hot chocolate pocket. And so now all we do is you just take your hot chocolate, you stick it in the pocket, and kind of pull it over to the side a little bit so you have room for the candy cane. And put your candy cane in there, and voila! And here we have our hot chocolate pocket. Isn't it cute? I like it. You can make a whole bunch of them really fast. They're very inexpensive to make, so they make a good little profit. You won't make much of a profit off one individual, but like I said, most people buy these in bulk, so you'll want to have a whole bunch of them on hand. I hope you enjoyed this. Leave a comment in the comment part below. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Also, you can subscribe to my channel. I have other craft fair ideas and other card making ideas. My blog is creatingwithkristina.com. I also have a Instagram account and Pinterest, and you can find those links on my blog. I do a weekly newsletter. Each week I send out a exclusive project just for my email subscribers, so you won't see it on my blog or YouTube or anything, which is a good reason to join the email list. But also when you join the email list, I give you a free download of great sayings to put inside your cards, because sometimes when you're sending out a sympathy card or something, you know, like that, you kind of, it's hard to think of what to say. So I have a whole bunch of verses that you can handwrite inside your card. You get that free when you subscribe to my email. Thanks again for watching, you guys. Really appreciate you. And until next time, I hope you have a beautiful and creative day. Thank you for watching today's video on how to make a hot chocolate pocket gift item. If you don't have a catalog and would like one, or if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to help you out. Just put a comment below or send me an email and we'll talk. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any more of my craft tutorials. Thanks again. Bye-bye.